happy Halloween to everyone out there as well. This is our Halloween edition.
Trick or treat.
I like that.
Hey, do your
I like
research.
that one.
You got sometimes you got to do your research.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to look for those hidden gems.
They'll score 43
Diamond
in the
in the
first
rough.
half, and then they'll score 3 points the rest of the game. And the winner of the jersey of their choice
Let's go.
is
You know, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome all to the Bet Champ Show, the show of hot sports picks and stories matched with epic competition. I'm Zach Jones, and to my right, I have the Space Cowboy himself, Andrew Romero the Third, aka Sace. Sace, how we feeling today?
not feeling too well. It was a rough Sunday for all of us.
It was a rough slate.
Rough slate, tough set of games for sure. But I mean, went 2-3, so could be better. But I just keep getting banged by a couple games. Could have really went like 4-1, but that's gambling. So yeah, I mean, other than that, it was all right.
Yeah, tough slate, like Sace said. It was just that week of games, man. Even us going into the show prior and everything, just looking at that for our picks, we were like, man, this is a hard slate.
Yeah, we were hesitant on a lot of the picks.
Yeah, so it was tough, but loving this week's Week 8 slate. And so kind of ready to fire on with that one. Move forward, as always, keep it riding. And so how this show works is each week from now until the regular season, Sace and myself will be giving out our top 5 picks for the NFL slates. To add a little twist to this, each week we'll have a guest on as well who will be competing against Sace and myself. And if they succeed in doing so, they'll have a chance at that $500 cash prize, as well as being this year's Bet Champ. And of course, me and Sace are battling it out to see who will be this year's Bet Champ host. So me and him are rapid firing against each other. No friends here between the host.
Yeah, I mean, and first let's review how we did last week.
Last week's results. So Sace, last week you went 2-3. And again, myself, I went 2-3 as well. Mm-hmm. And then our guest Toast went 1-4. So a slow week for the boys. How you feeling on that?
I mean, it wasn't the best week, but I mean, the week prior we went 4-1, 3-2, 3-2. So this week kind of evened it out.
Absolutely.
Santos went 1-4. It was a rough one for him, but
yeah,
it was a rough one for all of us, and just gotta move forward to next week.
I'm ready to move past this one as well. But we went 3-1 with our player props this week.
Oh,
so we
yes.
absolutely killed that for our Monday and Thursday night games. We throw those out on our social medias every Monday and Thursday night for those football games. Killed it last night with the went 2-0 with the tight ends and everything. So that was absolutely sharp. So we locked onto those as well. But like I said, just ready to move on to this week's slate because I'm loving it.
Yeah, and me and ZJ are going up against each other. So ZJ did take the W this last week. Both went 2-3, so it wasn't like he beat me straight up again. He's just beating me by these like little odds. So
it's not a win I'm proud of, but
yeah, not a win we're proud
take
of.
It against
You'll
you
take
for
it.
Sure
The under, I
week.
could not believe the under hit. It was a 1% chance that he was going to win last week, but like I said, and through 4 weeks already, me and you are still tied head to head for picks.
We're getting some solid picks out there and everything.
Yeah.
So.
Just once we get over that little.
But let's get going on this week's show, this Week 8 slate. And, of course, we have a special guest here for everyone, so we'll get him going. He's an absolute fashion icon and a Colorado Springs stepper, and he is here for some madness and badness combination. Everyone give it up for Jalen, a.k.a. Smooth.
Hey, appreciate the warm welcome, man. Happy to be here. I love what you guys got going on.
Happy to have you, bro.
Hey, happy to help to where you guys are going with this, man. I love it. Ready to give out some plays. Let's get it. Bring in some fire.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good luck to you as well, Smooth. You're going up against us too. You probably beat Sace though.
I'm really looking forward to this one because me and Jalen, we've been talking football for as long as I've known him. That's kind of been our thing. I mean, sports in general. So this is the guest that I'm like really excited to see.
There'll be some good picks here.
And if he doesn't do good, it's just gonna be funny. But I want him to do good, of course. But
well, good luck, everyone, and let's get going into episode 5, Week 8 NFL slate. And to start us off, we got that Thursday night game. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, another Thursday night game that I have no clue how either of these dudes are going to play. I mean, the Buccaneers, I don't know what they are. The Bills, I don't even know what they are at all. they keep losing games. They're squeaking out wins. So I'm going to stay away from Thursday night games most of the time. But I'll lean the Bills, but won't be surprised if the Buccaneers beat them.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And we've had this conversation, Sace. Josh Allen is just – it's like he's hit or miss right now. What's going on? You know, they've come off these 2 games. You know, they barely beat the Giants, right? And then they're coming off of this loss to the Patriots. Like, what is going on right now for a team for both of those games where you really thought they were going to blow them out, right? So no play here for myself. I'm going to choose the Bills because I think that's the smart decision, but I'm not comfortable with it.
Yeah, media is going to keep giving Josh Allen pass after pass after pass. And, I mean, it is who the dude is. He is what he is at this point. You don't know.
He's the golden boy. What you feeling on this one, Smooth?
I just think, the Buffalo Bills are a good team, tough team, but I think America's just too high on this team. Like, they're good, but
a lot of media.
Yeah, seriously. We got guys picking this team for Super Bowl, before the season started.
Right.
Which they still could, but they're struggling right now. Josh Allen puts the ball in the air just way too much sometimes. There's not a guy there. He's still going to throw it up. But it's something he'll learn, and maybe he'll mature as the season goes along, but he's been doing this for, years on years. With all that said, it's Baker Mayfield versus Josh Allen. I'm going to take the Bills for the win.
Absolutely. Solid. All right, boys. Now we roll into the Sunday games. Our first game, we got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, this is always a tough matchup for the Eagles. They always struggle with the Commanders. Commanders almost beat them earlier in the season. It was a high-scoring game, too, so I think they were kind of filling each other out this year. So I actually have a play on this one. I'm going to go under 43.5 total points at -105. The Eagles have a pretty solid defense. They just held Miami to 17 points. The Commanders only mustered 7 points last week against the Giants. So I think this is going to be a more slow game, not really high-powered. I think the Eagles could hold the Commanders again to 10 or less points, and the Eagles could, score 20 or so. So I think it's going to hit, well under in this one, not really too crazy. So that's going to be my first play. I'm going to go under 43.5.
Love it. Okay, we'll lock that one in, Sace, man. Wow. Watching that Eagles-Dolphins game was absolutely crazy. 2 kind of juggernaut offenses battle it out head-to-head and everything. Jalen Hurts is a bad man. Yeah. I think he's absolutely dealing. And they just, they're picking up a lot of guys on this Eagles team. This Eagles offense is insane. DeAndre Swift, you got A.J. Brown.
Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith as well, yeah. And then Goddard, the tight end. And then you were saying they just picked up someone too
They just picked up a safety from Kevin Byard from the Tennessee Titans, and we were talking about that relationship,
Absolutely.
The Titans and the Eagles. They're in cahoots over there. I don't know what's going on.
Huge secondary pickup to go along with Slay too, right?
Yep, Darius
and everything.
Slay,
So
Blackberry.
Absolutely. Bradbury, yeah. So a juggernaut offense again, and then you got, Jalen Hurts, the brotherly shove, Jason Kelsey, leading the pack with the tush push. So I do have a play here as well, boys, going up against this Commanders team. I am taking the points here. I am taking the -6.5 spread for this Eagles team. And that will be my first play of this slate. We'll lock it in.
Okay, so for this game, it kind of worries me because the Eagles, I don't know, they just have troubles with the Commanders. Like, it doesn't matter how bad the Commanders look, they just have trouble with this team.
They see each other a lot.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's a tough divisional game. Like, they're going to be scrapping. There might be a scrap in pregame. They might start pushing and shoving.
There's been a lot of scraps pregame this whole year.
But like ZJ said, man, that the brotherly shove.
Tush
push, man, that play.
It's unguardable.
It changes the game for you because you don't even have to drop your plays to get that first down. You just got to be 1 yard. 1 yard from the first down, and you can easily get it. Soon, since nobody can stop it, they can start doing some good fake play calls off of it.
A fake one too, right?
For sure. Have a tight end slip out the side, going to be wide open because everyone's just trying to shove in.
Nick Sirianni's running it on 4th and 1. It's absolutely crazy.
And if it's 3rd and 2, you can run it twice.
Absolutely.
Get that first down. It's unstoppable. I'm going to take the Eagles to win this game.
Okay, gotcha. We'll move over to the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, this is going to be a game where, the Jags look good. They've really looked good as of late. I think they won 4 in a row right now.
Yeah.
So they're rolling. Pittsburgh Steelers, they're 4-2, we were saying?
Right.
4-2.
4-2, which is unbelievable.
They don't look like a
now.
4-2 team.
I can't believe it.
Mike
It-
Tomlin.
It's kind of like the Vikings last year. The Vikings were not like an 8-0 team. They're just squeaking out these wins. You know, they're getting bailed out. I mean, good for them, but I think the Steelers are just frauds. They're not 4-2 like type team. So I'm going to stay away from this one, but I'm going to lean Jacksonville.
I'm going to no play here on myself. This game kind of seems a little trappy in a way. I don't know. I'm going to go with the Jaguars. No play here. I'm just going to lean with the Jaguars.
I got a little something else in mind.
Okay.
You know, this does feel a little trappy, like ZJ said.
It seems a little trappy.
This Jacksonville team, they're so up and down. Like 1 week they can destroy the Bills. Next week, Trevor Lawrence can throw 3 interceptions. You never know. They're a young team. You know, they're still trying to find their way. They still haven't really done anything, and they're still trying to figure it out. Trevor Lawrence is great and all that, but my first play is going to be Steelers plus 2.5.
Oh, I like it.
You know, Mike Tomlin, he never fails. He never fails. He just doesn't fail.
Yeah.
You know, 8-8 every year. This year they're probably gonna have a better record than that. It's a team, they're really scrappy. T.J. Watt, you already know what comes with that.
Absolutely.
Minka Fitzpatrick, you know what comes with that. George
Yeah.
Pickens, you know what comes with that.
100%.
Touchdown, hey, George Pickens, watch out. But I'm gonna take the Steelers plus 2.5.
Cool stuff. I love that play though, Smooth. Like I said, a little trappy there and kind of sneaky here for the Steelers. So we'll roll with that. Lock that in. We roll over to the New Orleans Saints at the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, the Colts just got in a big shootout with the Browns. They kind of made the Browns defense, you know, give up a lot of points. Myles Garrett's just an animal.
Oh my gosh.
And the Saints are kind of just like a weird team, dude. I don't know. Derek Carr is just not – it's just not it. But
God,
the Saints' defense is what's going to keep this team afloat. Like, that's the only thing that's going
Derek
to
Carr is yelling at guys after he's thrown it like 10 yards
Yeah,
short.
I don't know who he's
and
yelling
everything.
at.
What is
But I'll tell you what, I'm going to go against the grain on this one. I'm going to go Saints money line at plus 106 for my second play. I think Gardner Minshew is going to have a little trouble with this defense. I think they're going to be exhausted from that last game. The Saints just played on Thursday night last week, so they got a little extra couple days rest, you know, a little extra time to prepare. Gardner Minshew, you know, he's playing good, but, I mean, the more you're going to throw with him, he's throwing 40-plus times a game right now. Saints have a defense that could pick him off once or twice, so I'm going to go with the Saints money line at plus 106 on this one.
Gotcha. Okay, we'll lock that in. No play here for myself. I am taking the Indianapolis Colts here to get the dub, though.
This game's going to be interesting. You know, right now they got the line at -1.5, I believe, and it's going to be a scrappy game. But Gardner Minshew, he's great. He does great things. He surprises people, and I think they're going to be able to come out on top. Derek Carr, he's been injured this year, still been playing through it, but I like Gardner Minshew to take this dub.
Love it. Okay, next up we got the Houston Texans at the Carolina Panthers.
This is going to be a really interesting game as both of the two rookie quarterbacks are going to be going head-to-head for the first time against each other. Bryce Young and CJ Stroud. The first thing when I saw this game was the total. They have it at 43 right now, which is kind of fishy because the Panthers have been scoring a lot of points recently. And, you know, they struggle, but they've been scoring a lot of points, and they give up a ton of points.
Right.
So this total looked super fishy, and I'm going to go, you know, usually with what that means is, you know, take the fish. So I'm going to go under 43, straight under 43 at -110 for this play. I think it's going to be, you know, it's still two rookie quarterbacks. Yeah, they're playing better as of late, but it could always turn into a sloppy game. Rookie quarterbacks are always going to have sloppy games. All eyes are going to be on them just because it is Bryce Young versus CJ
100%.
Stroud. So I think they're going to have to ease into this game a little bit, you know, get the running game going for both of them. And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if I see a couple mistakes by both of them.
Sure. Absolutely. Okay, we'll lock that one in. I have a play here as well, Sach. And
Yeah. We already know.
You know I love CJ Stroud. Like I think he's awesome. He's honestly my favorite quarterback this year to watch and everything. Love seeing these young guys develop and their talents they bring. And the Texans are also 4-2 right now against the spread and everything. And I think they have kind of an underrated offense as well here. Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz. You know, they got Damian Pierce, the running back position, CJ Stroud. A lot of weapons here, right? And so I am taking this -3 spread for the Houston Texans at -102. We'll lock that in. Just love it here. I think it's a game the Panthers are just bad.
Yeah.
It's awful. And then you get these guys coming off the bye as well and everything. So well rested going into this game. I think CJ just dominates here. Watch for a breakout game.
Okay, I like his ZJ. I really like that play. I had it circled, didn't cut for my top 5, but it was a play I really liked.
I love CJ, man. He's dope.
This Panthers team, they're gonna come out. They're scrappy. They wins come far in between. So you're really gonna if they can pull this off, they're gonna have a good weekend, good week of practice. Maybe build some momentum.
Yeah, even with their record right now, this would be a good win for the Panthers.
Oh yeah,
for sure. But I love that Texans play. I think they're gonna win this game. CJ Stroud, he looks amazing. If people want to know how good Deshaun Watson used to look at CJ Stroud. That's literally like comparison right there. That's how good Deshaun Watson used to be. This dude is very good, and they got the ball at the end of the game, and it's tied last drive. You feel comfortable having that -3 with CJ Stroud. A chance to get that push as well.
100%. All right, boys. Let's move over. Oh, I know you guys are going to like this game. We got the LA Rams at the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, the line's at 6.5 right now. I was thinking about taking it, but it didn't make my top 5. But, the Cowboys coming off of a bye week, I always like that, extra rest. They playing at home. The Rams just completely lost this game this last week. I had them as one of my plays, and
that got you. That was one that got you.
It got me. That one hurt. But Matt Stafford, he's not that guy right now anymore. But they still have the potential to be a high-powered offense with Nakua and Kupp. Kupp dropped a couple balls last game too, which is surprising. So I don't really feel comfortable anymore betting on the Rams or the Cowboys. I'm just gonna enjoy this game as a fan and just watch it. But I'm a lean Cowboys.
Got you. Absolutely. Like you said, Sace, the Rams are coming off that loss last week, which was, a game that they really should have just won outright and everything. And that, again, we talk about the Steelers, right? Just kind of one of those teams that kind of just sneak in there.
They stay in the game.
With it all. So that was just shaky at all means. But I think the Rams come to play here, coming off of that loss, right? Little upset and everything. They still have Puka Nakua, Cooper Kupp, a really good set offense for Matthew Stafford here. And I think these points here are a little too much. And just because it's you two, as my third play, I am taking the LA Rams plus 6.5 at -115. We'll lock that in.
That's a ballsy play.
That is, but
hey,
sometimes, Nick Sirianni, sometimes you got to run it on 4th and 1, baby.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. So we'll lock that one in.
All right, ZJ, nice play, but I think that's a scary call. This Matt Stafford guy, he can throw the ball all over the field, but he's also can throw a turnover.
He does.
Pick sixes.
He does.
This Cowboys defense, highest scoring defense since 2021. They're consistent with it year after year. I could definitely see them getting a pick 6 in this game, maybe a strip sack,
Deron Bland
run for a
pick.
touchdown. Yeah,
Call
for
that
sure.
Right now.
For me, this is a stay away. Rams have extremely good receivers, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nakua, and Cowboys, with Diggs out for the season, that is if you're going to point out a weakness, that's the weakness.
The secondary for the Cowboys team is the weakness, for sure.
For sure. But that pressure's still going to be coming. Michael Parsons, D-Law, Odigizua, we stacked out. The defense is going to be coming. I got Cowboys to win this game for sure.
Yeah, old man Stafford could be seeing ghosts. And once
we'll
11
see what
comes
happens.
at him a couple
it's going to be a
times,
duel here, boys, because I know how much you want these Cowboys to win and everything, but I'm liking my pick here and might have to do a little side action on that one.
Oh,
between us
know.
three.
Let me know.
Everything. Oh, yeah.
Let
We'll
me
get
know.
something going.
Whatever you want to do.
All right, folks. You are now tuned into the Bet Champ Show with ZJ and Sace. For any news, injuries, updated lines, reports coming out of left field, please tune into all of our socials, as well as we like to put out player props throughout the week through our socials. And like me and Sace said, we're 3-1 for this week, so absolutely rolling hot. But all of our news, anything quick to the point, will be there first on the social media account. And with that being said, we'll roll back into the New York Jets at the New York Giants.
Yeah, Battle of New York. I think it's going to be a dogfight in this one. I don't know if they're starting Tyrod or Pennies. Are they starting Pennies?
So they don't know right now, is what I've heard. They're still trying to decide. I think they have a better shot with Tyrod, to be honest.
I'd give Tyrod the nod. Screw that.
Yeah.
But, they might have to roll Pennies out there just because the contract.
Pennies. highway
Yeah.
robbery.
Daniel Jones,
Yeah.
for the people that don't know. But Tyrod looked good, dude. And, like, sometimes with a quarterback like that who has nothing to lose,
Well, he's a
play
set
well,
quarterback
yeah.
who can get into a system real good, right? And
And he's a versatile
he's
quarterback.
been in the
running
league
the
for a
ball,
while.
knows the system. But, yeah, I see this being a game that I'm going to just stay away completely. I'm going to go lean the Giants.
Gotcha. Yeah, no play on this one myself. And these are, two kind of lower tier teams and everything. But honestly, this game is kind of interesting to me, and it will be one that I will watch. Just get, Battle of New York and everything. Zach Wilson, who knows the quarterback that's going over to the New York Giants? I don't know. I'm gonna take Zach Wilson here in the Jets here to get the dub, though.
I like that.
For me, Zach Wilson's just a guy I can't trust.
Just the guy.
Can't trust. Jets got guys all over the field for sure, but for this game, I'm gonna take the Giants. They've been scrappy the last 2 weeks, playing their hearts out. They love their coach. They're gonna play hard every week, regardless if it's Danny Dimes or Pennies. I mean,
Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, Tyrod
Pennies
Taylor.
is Danny
Pennies.
Dimes 'cause
Tyrod Taylor.
he hasn't.
They're
shown
going to
anything.
run almost the same exact offense for both guys.
Yeah.
They both can run on their feet. They both can throw on the run. They both got the play action game. So, yeah, I think Giants are going to pull this one out.
Gotcha. Cool stuff. Yeah. Like I said, 2 lower tier teams, but honestly, kind of an interesting watch here. We'll tune into that one for sure. This takes us into the New England Patriots at the Miami Dolphins.
Another divisional matchup. Dolphins are laying 9.5 points. That's a lot, especially, being a divisional game. The Patriots, after what they just did last week against the Bills, too. I'm telling you, the Dolphins have a terrible defense. The Dolphins cannot stop a nosebleed. Like, you're going to score points against them. So if the Patriots could score around, 17 to 20 points, I think they could stay in this game. Obviously, with the Dolphins, offense being so dynamic and just explosive. I'm not sure if Jalen Waddle's going to play. I know he was having some back spasms or back problems, so this is going to be a game that I'll stay away from, but I'm going to lean the Dolphins.
Yeah. Wow. Patriots beat the Buffs, the Bills last week, right?
Yeah.
Which was surprising.
Mac Jones
everything.
beat Josh Allen
Again,
so.
yeah, one of those stories, right? But no one's kind of down on Josh right now. He's still a good quarterback and everything, but he's kind of showing right now that he's getting very shaky at the moment. No play here for myself between this Dolphins and Patriots game, but I will take the Miami Dolphins. Better offense, better everything, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, well, I want to touch on what Sace said about them just not having really any defense, but they have a lot of offense. So a lot of times in games, if they really want to, put the heat on somebody, it's going to be their offense playing defense. Because once their offense starts scoring, they get up 14, the other team has to pass. They can't stay in their normal game plan. But with Bill Belichick, he knows how to slow down this offense. Tua's never lost to the Patriots, but he's had some close games for sure. Belichick's going to double-team Tyreek Hill all game. That's a guy who definitely he shouldn't get over 100 yards for sure.
Right.
He still might score a TD, but they're really going to be on him all game. They're going to force those other guys to make it happen. If Jalen Waddle's a little shaky before game time, one-on-one him all game.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be worried about that. But for my next play, I'm taking Patriots plus 9.5,
Wow.
minus 105.
Okay.
Pats.
Yeah.
I think they're going to keep it close. Last time they played a few weeks ago, lost by 7, 24-17.
Yeah.
They were right there in that game. I think they're going to be able to keep it close. Another division foe, and Bill Belichick's very familiar with them.
Yeah, I think they limited Tyreek to 5 catches that last game too.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Okay. I like it smooth. We'll lock that one in. Next up, we have the Atlanta Falcons at the Tennessee Titans.
yeah, I'm a believer in the Falcons now. I don't know for what reason, but they just managed to pull out games. I don't even know how. They just have such a good team around Desmond Ridder, and even they just won the game this Sunday without Bijan Robinson. He only got 1 touch.
Right.
So that was that was kind of surprising to see that they could still win without him even getting all those touches. So they still got Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Cordarrelle Patterson. They got all those boys.
Kind of an underrated offense.
Yeah, they got an underrated offense with a below-average quarterback too.
Right.
So they find ways to win. I think Desmond Ridder, he's gonna get it done, especially against this. Titans are just not good. They're terrible. Tannehill's on his way out. So this is gonna be my next play. I'm gonna go Falcons minus 2.5 at minus 105. As long as you stop Derrick Henry, I think they should be really good. And the Falcons do have, a pretty good defensive
Coach
front.
Arthur.
Yeah, Coach Arthur. He's going to be able to, make it happen. So I'm going
Absolutely.
to go Falcons -2.5 at -105.
Gotcha. Cool stuff. No play here for myself, but I will take the Falcons for the dub here.
No play for me, but this is definitely going to be a grinded out in the trenches game. They're going to have to stop Derrick Henry. Titans at home. I think they're going to take this dub. Mike Vrabel, he's a guy who just has good game planning. The offense isn't very good. Defense is okay, but he finds a way to win every year. They make playoffs, year after year. They always have a good record when nobody expects it. I think this is going to be one of those games that they sneak in, grab it.
Cool stuff. Absolutely. All right, fellas, the Minnesota Vikings at the Green Bay Packers. This one, do you see the lines on this one's really close,
this one
right?
is really close, especially after what the Vikings just did to the 49ers. They kind of
it went from 1.5 to 1 back to 1.5, so nothing's really changed.
Yeah, I mean, and I feel like this. I don't know. The Packers are just. I don't know how the Packers didn't manage to score any points in the first half against the Broncos. I don't understand. Jordan Love looked solid to start the year too, and he's just been on a downfall just ever since then. Like, he just doesn't look good. I have a lot more trust in the Vikings right now, especially they won 3 out of their last 4.
Yeah.
And 3 of those games were without Jefferson. So this is going to be my final play. I'm going to go Vikings money line at -118. We were just talking about, how it could be a trap game, but I'm bought into the Vikings after what I saw last night, especially with the offense. They could throw the ball, run the ball. They got a good tight end in Hawkinson. I think the Packers just can't really figure it out right now. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna take the bait on this one. I'm gonna go Vikings.
Absolutely. Yeah, Kirk Cousins last night, 35 for 45, 378 yards with 2 touchdowns. Threw an interception, but then he threw those 2 touchdowns to his main man, Jordan Addison, with Justin Jefferson being out. 7 receptions, 123 yards. So they were dicing, and he could have had a 3rd touchdown too, and everything. So they were dicing something, and then T.J. Hawkinson as well, a good guy for Kirk to have. So, yeah, and this Green Bay team is just one of those ones where you watch, and it's like they haven't figured anything out really on offense. Jordan Love, again, still not a believer yet, right?
Yeah,
because I
no.
haven't seen anything
Can't.
yet, so I don't really know what to say with him. But I have a play here as well, Sace. And it just so happens to be that same play as you. I also want the Vikings money line. And right now it actually changed to -110. But what we like to do here is, so me and Sach don't have the same plays, Jalen, pick a number 1 through 10.
All right.
You got it?
Yep.
Go ahead.
8.
Let's do 3.
Sach, man, 7.
You're 3-0 on beating me out
Yep.
for my picks. All right, so Sach will get the play here for his Vikings money line. But a thing for the public here is me and Sach were both on this play. And a lot of things, when me and Sach are both on the play, they tend to always hit. So good thing here for the public.
Yeah, I think we're 3-1 on plays.
We're
that
3-1
we
on
and
plays that me and you
together
both
the
have.
same.
Right?
And even to throw it on that Vikings money line, Kirk Cousins just went up against 2 really good defenses in the Kansas City Chiefs. That defense only allows 15 points a game, and he's scored 20, which is really good without your best receiver. And then the 49ers last night, he did pretty damn good against that other defense. So
Yeah, they
I
came
think
off
they're
to a
getting a
slow
roll.
start, but
Yeah.
now they're getting into the rhythm of things again. Okay, so no play here now since Sach once again takes my play, but I will go with the Vikings money line on this one.
All right, for me, another divisional game. It's going to be tough. It's going to be just a real scrappy battle. These guys always go hard every year. Since Aaron Rodgers left, it hasn't been the same. But I'm still not bought in on this Vikings team. Last year they got so lucky having the most wins in close games, sneaking into the playoffs when they really didn't deserve to be there. This year, America's starting to see what they really are. But people still trust Kirk a little too much. He played good last night, but you still said he had a pick. He didn't have a fumble, but he's due for one.
he's due
for one. Kirk, man, he's scary.
You're down on Kirk, huh?
I am down on Kirk. He's not a
I'm
guy I
riding with Kirk
believe in.
O'Chains.
I saw him a lot as a Cowboys fan when he was on Washington. Didn't impress me. I never understood how he got that bag. Smart man, though. But my next play is going to be Packers plus 1.5.
Ooh.
At
okay.
plus 100. I think Jordan Love, he's going to come in, got something to prove. This is a team that Matt LaFleur knows. Matt LaFleur is a great coach. I think he's going to have him ready to play, and I think Kirk's going to turn the ball over.
Absolutely. Okay. Hey, we'll lock that one in.
That one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think Packers will win the game as well.
Absolutely, 100%. We'll roll over to the Cleveland Browns at the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, the Browns. I mean, the Browns they just beat the 49ers, and then they just got in a dogfight and gave up 38 points to the Colts. I don't know how, but the NFL this year is just a week-to-week. It's a week-to-week league. You kind of really don't know what's going on right now. And Deshaun Watson, I don't know what's wrong with that dude. He seemed fine on the sidelines. I just think he just didn't want to go back in and play. And I think it's going to be a problem. I think like after this year when they see Deshaun Watson is who he is, I think it's going to be a real issue. Kind
of another highway robbery guy, right? Yeah. Just signs the contract and what do you do? Produce?
Yeah, not a top 5 quarterback
at all.
People were
Browns
like the
Browns
dude didn't play for
bad.
2 years, damn near. He didn't play for 2 years, damn near, and people are still like thinking that he's not good even when he plays.
And he's injured right now.
And he's injured all the time.
And they have a good defense too. This Browns team this year.
Yeah, he's like the Kawhi Leonard of the NFL right now. Like
Kawhi Leonard
jams his finger, he's out for a week. He's done. He got the bag. He's chilling.
Load management.
So happens.
He's on load management.
Yeah, he's on
the NFL season.
That being said, though, I mean, I'm going to stay away, but I'm going to go lean Seahawks on this one.
Yeah, same thing. Staying away from this game, but I will lean the Seahawks as well and everything.
The 12th man.
Yeah, absolutely. Legion of Boom.
Yeah, give me the LOB.
No play for me here, but I do think that this Browns team is going to come out with the dub. That defense is just amazing. They're going to be coming. Myles Garrett, watch out for him. He's gonna make a couple good plays.
He needs to be in the MVP discussion. I love Myles Garrett.
No, seriously,
crazy.
Just that last game.
We were just talking about this before the show
real.
started, right? It was crazy how he hurdled the line to block the field goal.
No, seriously.
That was insane.
Seriously.
Just
game
2
changer.
feet, just
Game changer. He should have got that game ball for sure. They don't win that game without Myles Garrett. They might lose by 10 points, 10 plus points.
Yeah, the Cleveland faithful need to, really appreciate Myles Garrett because he's that franchise.
Dog.
Yeah, for sure.
Dog. No pun intended.
Dog pound.
Dog pound. All right, fellas. The Cincinnati Bengals at the 49ers.
I mean, another game. You just don't know what you're going to get out of either of them. Joe Burrow, too, needs to be put on the hot seat. I'm sick of hearing all this stuff, and they just get passes.
He's been banged up,
Everyone's banged up. Everyone's banged up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got
Everyone's always banged up, and it's a pass.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's banged up. If he's banged up, sit him.
You're down on Joe Burrow.
He ain't too banged up because he's out there playing, and he's just not. He's not a top 5 quarterback. He's not playing one right now. So I don't know what it is. And then the 49ers, Brock Purdy's kind of been getting a little bit exposed.
Yeah.
He's been getting exposed, but it is the NFL. You have bad weeks. That just is what it is.
Threw those 2 picks last night.
2 picks last night that kind of costed him. And it wasn't like they were good defensive plays. I mean, Smooth could have caught those.
100%. I mean, he threw it to no one.
That's how. Well, I could have caught them too. We all could have caught those picks, but I'm gonna stay away from it, and I'm gonna. You know what? Give me the Niners.
Give you the Niners here, okay. All right, boys, this one might surprise you here and everything. Bengals coming off their bye week, kind of banged up here, getting well rested for this 49ers team that has just lost 2 straight, right? Joe Burr, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon, T. Higgins. Case is always open, all right? And what do I love, Sach?
Plus money.
I love that plus money. Give me the Bengals here from one of my play. Money line at plus 210. I'm taking it here. Straight fire.
Biggest play that
Mike,
we've had
drop.
so far. Wow.
Deal it.
Plus 210. You're riding with Joe.
Joe Burr.
I'm impressed.
That is impressive.
Joe Burr, he got to show out, man.
Yeah.
Coming off that bye, he was banged up. This is the guy who needs to move around in the pocket to make his plays, He need 3 or 4 seconds, 5 seconds, let Jamar Chase do a little something downfield, and then it's over. But for this game, the Niners defense is going to be tough. They're going to be coming at him. He's not going to want to take any hits. So I am going to take the Niners to win this game. Purdy coming off his worst game he's ever played.
Yeah.
last game.
CMC still looks great.
Yeah, seriously. I think he's going to bounce back. CMC is good for a touchdown or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You never know. Kittle's still going to do his thing.
Yeah.
Ayuk is just a soldier.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to take that dub for sure.
100%.
Is that one of your plays, or that's just the?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Just 49ers to take the
Yeah, I
dub.
think that would just win the game.
Copy that.
Spread's a little scary.
Yeah. All right, Baltimore Ravens at the Arizona Cardinals.
Ravens are looking good as of late. They just obliterated the Lions like 38-6. We had the Ravens -3.
And we said Lamar was going to have a breakout game.
And the Lions were banged up, and they just had a big win against the Bucs the week before. So, I mean, we called it perfectly, and, that was one that we got to sit back and enjoy. But, I like what I'm seeing out of the Ravens. Lamar's starting to really pick it up, his receivers caught the ball. That's what happens when his receivers catch the ball. So, no play for me, but I'm going to lean Ravens. I think they're just rolling right now.
Yeah, kind of finding their rhythm right now, which is looking great. Lamar is back into his form, which we've all known he's been that, right, and everything. So, give me the Ravens for the dub.
For sure. Lamar is that guy. He deserved all the money.
100%.
I can't believe they took that long to pay him, and I can't believe no other teams were trying to get at him when all those teams were trying to get at Watson a year ago, which is crazy. Lamar Jackson played amazing last Sunday, amazing, and they looked amazing. But for my next play, I'm going to take the Cardinals plus 8.5.
Taking the points.
Yep. That's at -110. I think this is a Ravens team who's really riding high. They're going to look right past this team. As a Cowboy fan, did the exact same thing. Joshua Dobbs can come out there and really run that thing. He can break some plays. They got guys like Hollywood Brown who can break loose at any time. I think they'll be able to keep this game close. We've seen them play teams like the 49ers tough, beat the Cowboys, kept it close a lot of times this year.
Cardinals have had a tough schedule.
Yeah, they really have.
They've gotten banged on the schedule.
I kind of like that play too. I'll tell you what, Smooth, they have a tough defensive front as well. They have some good pass rushers up there and everything. So, yeah.
Yeah, they got some speed too.
Their coach kind of looks like a weirdo, but
yeah, the coach thing, I'm not sold on the coach. I've seen a couple of videos of how he interacts with the players. Yeah, it's definitely very cringy, but I think Josh Dobbs is going to show out. He only has a little bit of time to or in this kind of interview process as a QB. It's kind of like his
I think he's doing well in that interview process though, for sure. Yeah.
Kyler will be back soon though, so he's got to let these teams know what he can do if he wants to have a long career.
Copy that. Cool stuff. We'll lock that in. Next up, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. Their second go-around here, boys.
Yep. So they just played a couple weeks ago. The Broncos always play better. It's kind of hard for teams to cover in Denver, I would like historically.
It's the altitude.
Not recently, but the Chiefs also never cover like bigger spreads like this. Division matchup. No play on it for me, but I'm actually going to I'm going to lean Broncos on this one.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to just throw it out there.
The Chiefs are at a 17-game streak right now with the Broncos.
I think this is
the one.
This could be a trap game. I think the Chiefs won 6 in a row. They lost the first one against the Lions this year. Big spread. Broncos just won. Give me them to win. Screw it. I think this is where it all changes.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. Love it. Something kind of going on here. It's their second go around. They've played the team before, right? They kind of know what's going on. I'm looking too for some switch ups on offense though, since you've already played this team. And I'm, the last time they played, it was 8-19, very low scoring game, and the Broncos defense honestly held up very well against this Kansas City
really
team.
well.
Yeah, which was really surprising there. And right now we have this under at 46.5, and I am locking into that. That will be my last play of the slate, boys. Broncos versus Chiefs under 46.5 at -110. We'll lock that in.
46.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, that's one that I kind of.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hey, do your
I like
research.
that
one.
You got
Nice
sometimes
one.
you got to
I
do
have.
your research.
Mm-hmm.
You got to look for those hidden gems.
They'll score 43
Diamond
in the first
rough.
half, and then they'll score 3 points the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And you'll hit it again.
That's a big over, right? Already seen the team again, so loving it. Last play of the slate.
I like that. Yeah, good
All
play.
right, for sure.
I'll give props are due. Good play.
Thank you, sir.
Another division game. It's going to be scrappy here in Denver. These fans are crazy out here. And they will be screaming, stomping on the bleachers. It's going to be loud. No matter how bad the Broncos are, it's going to be sold out, packed out house, face painting, belly painting.
We might have to hop over to that game.
Painted.
We We might have to.
But like ZJ said, 17-0 against his team. I think Patty Mahomes is really eyeballing that 20-0. You know, to really just put that on his resume that you did that to a division opponent.
Streak, man.
You know, nobody's ever done that. So like that would be amazing just to put that up. Like you own the Broncos.
Yeah.
You got a piece of the stock. You know what I'm saying?
Got a piece of
But yeah, I think Chiefs are gonna take this.
Yeah, I didn't say who I think was going to win. I'm going to take the Chiefs as well. And, you know, I'm the Broncos guy, huge Broncos fan. But like I said, as Sace knows, this year's kind of been in shambles and everything. But, again, loving that under with it on. It'll be a good one to watch.
Yeah.
We might have to pop over to that one.
Yeah.
It's going to be jumping downtown.
Yeah, we'll be jumping. All right, fellas, now we are going to roll into that primetime game, baby. Last week's was absolutely great, right? We had the Eagles and the Dolphins. And again, now they go back to just a poor matchup again for prime time. We got the Chicago Bears at the LA Chargers. I mean, why? We talked about this, Sach. Why are they doing that with this prime time? These
this
prime
is
time
terrible.
games?
They need to fire the NFL dude that makes some of these games.
Like, what is this?
Thursday nights suck. Prime times have sucked. Monday nights have even sucked.
You've had a long work week, right? You go home, you're ready to watch some ball. And then you got to watch this. You got to watch Brandon Staley.
Yeah, I don't
They
want
know
to
we have no
leave the
choice.
family cookout
They know
to
we
go
got
watch
no
the
choice.
Bears and
That's why they
Chargers.
put those matchups on there. Got
Yeah,
no
here's
choice but to watch.
here's another quarterback that just needs to start being flamed. Justin Herbert.
For sure.
I mean, what has he done? He hasn't done anything. His resume doesn't do anything. Just because he could throw far doesn't mean anything.
But it's like he can throw far, but he doesn't throw far.
He blew a 28 or 31 point lead in the playoffs. I mean, that needs to be like that's who he is. He can't win. I mean, he has a good offensive coordinator. Since Dak's not a good quarterback to the NFL public eye, I mean, Kellen Moore made Dak look good, and Kellen Moore can't even do anything with Justin Herbert. So something is not right over there. Herbert's throwing picks. He's not – I don't know. So
Let them know.
But, yeah, Herbert, not a top 5 dude. I don't care what anyone says. He's not playing good. He's a second-tier quarterback. So, yeah, I'm going to lean Chargers. I mean, at that point, I'm going to lean Chargers, though. Still.
Yeah.
You're going up against the D2 quarterback. Shout out to him, though.
Yeah, no,
Tyler Badger, that's
yeah.
dope.
He's
First D2 quarterback, I think, to start rookie year and win.
That takes a
their
lot
first
to
start?
go into a game with the whole game plan already planned out, and
Yeah,
you just
that's
do your
dope.
thing and everything.
Shout out to him. That was cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, like you said, Sach, it's like every year I hear all these commentators, Justin Herbert this, they're you know,
For
hey,
I don't
watch
know
out,
what.
watch out. They're going up against this Chargers team with Justin Herbert, and
Yeah.
it's like, what are you talking about?
I don't know.
Every year
no
I
one's
hear
scared
that.
of Justin
Every
Herbert,
year.
I promise you that.
And I'll tell you what, this is, I mean, the Chargers better win this one. Brandon Staley better win this game, because if they lose this game
He
here,
might be gone.
there are
fired.
talks. Yes, there are talks. Never like to call anyone out like that, but there are talks here. I mean, you better win this game, Brandon
Yeah.
Staley. Come
They're
on.
chirping.
What are you
You
doing?
They're chirping.
You got
And
Jay
everything.
Herbo, who got a
Chirping.
bag going up against the D2 guy at
Oh
home
my
right now.
gosh.
Better win this game.
So, yeah, staying away from this one. No play here as well. Gonna take the Chargers. Get a win. Show me you can do this,
Yep.
right?
Show something.
Yeah, please.
For me,
Prime time.
for me, for me, I'm actually excited for this game. A D2 guy coming out, if he can
That's
somehow
cool.
grab this dub, it's gonna be an amazing story. Like coming from D2, who thought he never had dreams of NFL prime time game, but now he's about to do it, man. And I'm proud of him.
You always
He
root
got-
for the underdogs, man. That's sick.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And then he comes from a family of champions. I was reading some stuff. His dad was actually a national arm wrestling champion.
I think I
Ser-
saw
you
that. I
seen
think
that?
they had him
Yeah.
on the sidelines or something like
Yeah,
that.
for real.
And he was arm wrestling some dude. That's cool.
Yeah.
Man, that's dope.
Yeah, crazy. So like he's been a fighter. He's gonna be scrappy. He's gonna have some irrational confidence. This was a guy who used to let it sling in college, So I think they're gonna keep it close, but I think Chargers should take the dub. But I'd love to see the Bears come out on top for sure.
Absolutely. Okay, boys. Last game of this Week 8 slate. That Monday night game, we have the Las Vegas Raiders at the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, kind of predicted the Lions to lay an egg last week. So, after you do that,
They were banged up.
yeah, that's what I'm
there's a lot
saying. It was
going on.
it
Yeah.
was
They
like a
got
game
banged up,
that you
too.
just
They did
move
get
on
They
to
got
the next
banged
week.
up.
Yeah, they got banged up for sure, but bounce back game for them for sure right now. At home, going up against the Raiders, who I'm not sure if Jimmy G's going to play again.
Who knows, man? I'm
But
tired.
even if he does, I'm still leaning Lions.
I'm tired of hearing about the Raiders. I really am. I mean, coaching-wise, awful. Offensive-wise, awful. Defensive-wise, awful. So it's just give me the Lions for the dub here. The Lions are going to steamroll these guys. Dan Campbell, again, is doing an amazing job with this team. And they're a little banged up, but, I mean, they're going to get out-coached here.
Yeah.
So give me the Lions for the dub. The frickin' Raiders.
In my opinion, I think both of these coaches aren't very good. Dan Campbell
Really?
is a great motivator, but he hasn't impressed me with some of the decisions he made. He almost blew that KC game at the beginning of the year. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah,
Just going
the
for it on
first
fourth for
one,
no
yeah.
reason. He just kind of lets his juices, influence what's going on. Gets too hyped. Sometimes lets the players, kind of choose what's going to happen because he wants to get hype with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this is a guy who's all in. They're always going to play hard for this guy. But like I said last week, they got banged up. Ravens were up 28-0 before the Lions even got a first down. So it was 28-0, but it was really 28-0.
Yeah.
They
Right.
hadn't done anything yet. And I think this Lions team is just going to come out. They're going to start off slow. Jared Goff's going to be a little shaky after how tough the defense was looking last week. He really couldn't find anything. And my last play is going to be Raiders plus 8.5.
You like that, huh?
Minus 105. Yeah, this Raiders team, they're scrappy too, man. They've covered in some crazy places. They've won some games they shouldn't have. And they got weapons all over the field. Devontae, Josh Jacobs is still due for a breakout game, run for like 100, 120,
Right.
Yeah.
tutty or two. So I
Yeah.
think they're going to be able to keep it close. I do think Lions will pull it out at the end. Just hope they take it by like 3 or something. But I'm going to take this Raiders plus 8.5 for sure.
Yeah, and, I have been kind of down on the Raiders and everything, but, Sach, me and you have always talked, when the Raiders get in these spotlight games, I don't know why they always kind of seem to sneak something.
They always
That's what
do.
I'm
in
saying.
the
Yeah.
spotlight
Backdoor
games, right?
covers.
Close.
Like,
You got the Monday night game and everything, so good play, Smooth. I really like
and
that
then another
one.
thing, we got 86% of the money coming in on the Lions.
Sure, for sure.
80, and Vegas
Yeah.
does not lose.
Yeah.
Vegas does not lose. So yeah, Raiders got to come out there with the cover.
Absolutely. Awesome, boys. Week 8 slate in the book. Just real quick, full disclaimer to all the viewers and listeners out there. This is not financial advice, right? These are just plays the boys are looking at, with stats and everything, ones that we are tailing with, So if you're comfortable with that, absolutely do it. Some good cheddar on these ones. But week 8 slate in the books. Good luck to you, Smooth. Hope you do well and everything. Like I said, it shouldn't be hard to beat Sace or anything.
I
so.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
I might go
no,
5
keep
and
the
0. I
energy.
might go
Sure.
5 and 0.
I might go.
My 5-0. I don't mess with 12 though.
Stuff. So let's real quick. Let's just review our top 5 plays of the week. Start with Sach, man.
Yeah. So first play, I got Eagles Commanders under 43.5 at minus 105. I have Texans versus Panthers under 43 at minus 110. Gonna go Falcons minus 2.5 at minus 105. Saints money line at plus 106. And then Vikings money line at minus 118.
Awesome. And for myself, I have the Eagles spread at minus 6.5, minus 115. Again, I got that Texans spread, at minus 3, minus 102. Again, loving CJ Stroud. Dude's absolutely putting in work. I got my LA Rams here taking on the boys' Cowboys at plus 6.5 at minus 115. Might get a little side action in there with Smooth. We'll see. And here's my big one, Sach, that plus money, because I love it. I have the Bengals money line at plus 210. You guys are laughing now.
That's some smoke.
Check
right
it
there.
out.
Plus 210.
Joe Burr.
And for my last play, I have the Broncos versus Chiefs under 46.5 at minus 110. We'll lock those in.
All right, my first play was Steelers plus 2.5, minus 112. Next play I had was Packers plus 1.5, minus 110. Next one was Cardinals plus 8.5, minus 110. Next one was Pats plus 9.5 at minus 105. And my last play was Raiders plus 8.5 at minus 105.
Excellent, boys. The boys' top 5 plays of the game.
Yeah, and now this is the part where we go into our top play of the week. But before we do that, this show is brought to you by Tostitos. Tostitos scoops,
Tasty.
especially, when you got chips and dip. I mean, I've never bought anything other than Tostitos.
You like your chips with the dip.
Yeah, love your chips with the dip. Always go with the right chip, a heavy chip, a sturdy chip. Tostitos got you covered. So that's who we are brought to you by.
Shout out Tostitos, baby.
Shout out to Tostitos.
Excellent.
We're going to use them this Sunday at the cookout.
Ooh.
You know,
The only chip that you can't put too much dip on.
Absolutely. 100%.
enough.
And that rolls us in, boys, to our top plays of the week. Who we riding with?
So my top play of the week was kind of going against one of Smooth's picks, but I'm going to switch it up because I had two of them that I was really liking.
I love it.
I'm going to go Eagles Commanders under 43.5 is my top pick
Gotcha.
at minus 105.
All right. I've been feeling this Houston Texans team and everything, so I'm going to continue to ride with them. They're rolling hot. Underrated offense, CJ Stroud, balling. So, again, my top play of the week is going to be the Texans spread at -3 at minus 102.
I like that. For me, my top play is going to be this Raiders plus 8.5.
Yes.
They got 86% of the money.
That's your sneaky one.
Yeah, that's my 86% of the money on the Lions. This is a team that struggled last week. I think they started off a little fast. And, I think Raiders going to be able to keep it close.
Absolutely.
Prime time. Everybody's going to be watching. All the heartbreak of the people that have money on the Lions, it's just going to hurt.
Yeah.
And
Sure
I'm going to
thing.
be laughing. I'm going to
Cool.
be laughing.
Cool stuff. So what we like to do here on the show is we like to put all of our top plays together for that Three Amigos Bet Champ parlay of the week. What are we riding with,
So,
Sace?
2 weeks ago we hit the parlay. Last week we
Boom.
did not hit the parlay, but this week we will hit the parlay.
There's something special in the air.
Something real special.
Absolutely.
Smooth's here. Something's real
Oh, yeah,
special.
we
in
cooking.
here.
We cooking. We cooking with five.
So that 3 legs comes out to plus 622. The under 43.5, the Eagles Commanders, Texans -3, and Raiders plus 8.5.
Get your
Plus
juice now.
622. Get the juice now.
love
Lock
it.
those in.
I love it.
Let's hit another banger.
Let's go, boys.
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Easy,
Loving the picks.
easy.
Loving the picks.
Easy.
All right. Well, that wraps up the week 8 plays. And so now we'll roll into our top stories. But Sach, we have a giveaway winner to shout out here.
Yeah. Everyone who watched the giveaway last week, we did on all our socials, we had a lot of people entering it, and the winner of the jersey of their choice
Let's go.
is Andres Cano.
All right. Shout out my man.
Shout out
So
Andres, yeah.
we'll be reaching out to you.
Andres.
Absolutely.
Andres.
Hey, big day. Get to rep some swag, Any CU Buffs jersey of your choice, any size you want, we'll get it out to you. So we'll be reaching out to you soon. Congrats, my man.
Yeah, and shout out
Huge
to
win.
everyone that entered the giveaway. We appreciate all you guys doing that.
Absolutely.
We
We'll be
definitely plan on doing some more
Doing some more
giveaways in the
soon,
future.
100%. So shout out again, my man. We'll get that jersey out to you soon. We'll hit you up.
Andres, we'll see you soon.
Absolutely. All right, fellas. Well, let's kind of get back into the top stories of the show as we like to do to kind of close it out. Right. So now we got CU versus UCLA. CU coming off their bye and everything. Just came off that loss to Stanford, right? One of those wins they honestly needed to win because they are shopping still for that bowl game here. So yeah, what do you guys think about this one?
I mean, UCLA just beat Stanford 42.
They're tough.
That's
This is
not
a tough
good
one.
right away.
Spread right now for CU is plus 17.5.
I kind of like that spread, though. I could see them, staying close in it. But the big thing that I looked at was, Stanford only rushed for 24 yards against UCLA. So that means like throwing against them is not the recipe. CU's gonna have to establish a running game quick in this. You can't just throw the ball 50 times with Shedeur. I mean, yeah, it's cool to watch, but to beat these high teams, you have to establish a run game. Especially if
to
you're
get some
dropping
dominance
back
going.
40, 45 times. Shedeur's going to get sacked 6 times. He leads the nation in times getting sacked, which is, that's just not good. He's going to get hurt, like we've been saying.
Yeah.
CU rushed for 132 against Stanford, so I think they're going to have to try to do that again, rush for at least 150 on UCLA. So I'm not really liking, obviously, CU to win this game because it is, a high-powered UCLA team, but I'm going to look closely at that plus 17.5.
Yeah, that's kind of a good number there and everything. Quick recap on that Stanford loss, right? Shedeur Sanders, 33 for 48, 400 yards with 5 touchdowns. And he did throw 2 of those touchdowns to Travis Hunter. And it was, like we said, good to see the guy back and everything. Awesome. dude's balling. You know, now their offense is at full strength. In that loss, he had 3 receptions, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Xavier Weaver as well had 3 touchdowns in that game. So this CU team, their offense is really, you know, starting to deal here. They're starting to get comfortable again, seeing what they can do. I like their offense here, and we've talked very highly on their offense. But to what you said, Sach, they do kind of have to find something in the running game here to be successful, especially going up against this UCLA team. And the one thing, again, how I've been harping on kind of each week is we need the defense to step up here big. Still haven't seen anything really with that defense. You know, need a guy like Shiloh Sanders to kind of get on the defense, hold everyone accountable, get them going, because that has been our weak point here with this CU team.
Yeah, they're you know,
it's tough, man.
I'm still figuring it out.
They are, you know, it's year one, right? Mm-hmm. So like I've said before, I'm still holding my head high with this CU team. It's awesome just what they're doing here on campus, off campus, in the games, right? Coach Prime has done an excellent job with this program, just turning it around. But like I said, you know, they come off that loss to Stanford, one they needed for one of those bowl games. So now you kind of got to squeak in a win here that you're not expected to win. So this UCLA game, we'll look for that here.
All right. Yeah, I'm ready to watch this game.
It'll be sick, man. I'm excited to have them back. Right, they're coming off the bye.
Seriously, been watching every CU game. It's a blast being from Colorado. The whole state's jumped on.
It's in the backyard, man.
Yeah, everybody's jumped on board. Everybody loves Dion, but like you said, it's year one. Dion's still trying to figure this out.
Yeah,
it's a whole different game than at Jackson State. These guys are bigger, faster, stronger, smarter. You know,
and he'll get it right.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna portal's gonna be blown wide open.
If there's one guy that'll get it right,
they got
Coach
guys
Prime will get it right.
Yeah, for sure.
And off a bye week, I like CU here. And I mean, before we did the show, shout out to Air Force. We have Pilot Jones here. A veteran, and they're doing really good. So shout out to Air Force football,
shout out
man.
to the Air Force guys, because they're killing it well, undefeated, going, you know, looking for a bowl game as well, which they'll get.
All the CU stuff. Let's give love to them.
And they take on CSU this week, so. You know, another Colorado team, right? Nice little duel going. And Jay Norvell with the CSU Rams has been doing a pretty good job as well, right?
For sure.
You know, so shout out to all the Colorado teams. That's awesome to watch, especially for us that, you know, we're here. It's in our backyard.
For sure.
So a huge shout out to all these programs. I'm looking forward to watching that game as well. And everything. Cool stuff, fellas. Well, let's wrap it up with our last story of the day. And I'm excited. I know all of us are excited with our college basketball background here in this one. The NBA is officially back, fellas.
Yeah.
How are we feeling about that?
I'm feeling real good. 2 games tonight to tip off, Lakers, Nuggets, and then Warriors, Suns. So it's going to be a good season. A lot of interesting stories throughout the offseason. But I'm going to make my prediction for the NBA this year is going to be Bucks versus Nuggets in the finals.
I like that too.
I know it sucks, but I'm gonna lean. Give me the Bucks.
You got Dame Giannis, huh?
Yeah, give me Dame time, Giannis, Middleton, Brook Lopez. It's a big team.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be scary. Like we've talked about before, that pick and roll over on that Bucks team is gonna be absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's gonna be fire.
You know, so a good challenge for the Nuggets as well. Yeah, I'm excited that the NBA season's back, and everyone, for all the viewers and listeners, look for all the player props we're going to now have starting to come out this week, throughout the weeks and everything. Me and the fellas love NBA. We played college basketball and everything, so we're hooked on the NBA very strong. And as soon as the NFL season ends, right, this show will kind of bounce over now to those other games, NBA, hockey, all that stuff, full-on sports show. But excited, man. I like what you said there, Sach. The Bucks are going to be an absolute competitor.
Scary.
Really scary. Absolutely scary. But my bold prediction, I think the Nuggets go back-to-back. We are riding with Jokic, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon. I think Michael Porter Jr. is going to have a better year this season as well. Looking forward to seeing the fellas take it again. Back-to-back champs. I think the Bucks as well, Sach.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think the Bucks got extremely strong in this offseason, picking up Dame.
Yeah,
huge pickup.
Bucks are tough. They're deep. They're going to play hard. Yeah, this NBA season is just going to be ridiculous.
Crazy, man.
Ridiculous. There's guys on every team. If you have League Pass, it doesn't matter what game you turn on. There's going to be somebody dropping 20, 30 points, hitting step backs and ones. Just the NBA has just evolved to this sport that is just ridiculous. Guys are just way too good. I'm excited for Wemby. Like, that's going to be nuts
Yeah,
just
that's
watching
cool to
him,
see.
you know, opening night. They're playing my favorite team, the Mavs, and I'm more excited for Wemby at this point because we don't know what he's going to do. He doesn't fail to surprise us. Like, it's crazy.
100%.
Get to see Chet too.
I'm glad you kind of brought up a player, you know, to
Yeah.
look forward to as well. I want to bring up one as well for the Nuggets. Take this name down now, Julian Strother for the
Oh,
Nuggets.
yeah, I
He's
love
absolute-
Julian Strother.
He is going to
Preseason
be
hero.
a dog for this
Preseason
team.
hero.
And I don't think no one's really looked at him now. I've been watching him through the preseason. I mean, the guy's an absolute slasher, can get to the
For
rim,
sure.
can shoot the three. I think he's going to get a lot of big minutes on this Nuggets team, helping the fellas out and everything. So shout out Julian Strother.
Jay
Keep
Straw.
balling, my man.
That Nuggets team is coming, man. For me,
They're tough.
I think they are going to go back to the championship
Tough.
in the West, but I do think the Celtics are going to come out the East, and that's
You
going to
got-
be a tough one.
You
That's
got
gonna be a tough
Celtics
one.
Nuggets.
Yeah,
Who you
I
got
just think
winning?
that Celtics team is just a little deeper than the Bucks. Bucks is their first year. Celtics, they've been doing this. So, what'd you ask?
Who did you got winning? My bad.
I got the Celtics win the championship.
Ooh.
Yeah, that team is
All
just
right.
ridiculous.
Okay.
You know, picking
we
up.
might have a
they-
little side action
They
on
were
that.
already
Smooth.
there. You know, they've been there. These
Yeah.
guys know what to do. Jalen Brown, you guys don't think he's hearing that criticism? He's going to come back
Nice
next year.
pickup with Drew.
Hey, he's going to
Nice
come back
pickup with
next
Drew
year
Holiday.
with a left hand better
Nice
than his
pickup.
right. Like, he's working on that all summer.
He's over
Hey,
there.
No, for real. I know. That's a
All
dude
right.
that grinds. He's a good guy. Not that Celtics team is going to be scary.
Love it, fellas. Love it. Excited for the NBA to be back again. For all the viewers and listeners, tune in to all the socials because me and Sace and myself are going to be tossing out a lot of player props, MoneyLines spreads here. We love all NBA. All right,
Yes.
fellas. Episode 5 in the books. Any closing remarks from the boys?
Nothing. Just good luck, Smooth. I hope you do go 5-0. But if it's the other way around, that's okay. We still love you. We'll have you back on eventually,
Love.
and good luck for everything.
Anything from you, Smooth?
Good luck to you guys. I hope you guys have some good plays, but I do think I'm going to take the dub. You know, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. You know what I'm saying? But, go boys. Man, Cowboys got to take this dub, you know. We need to show America, man. We still do this, man.
Yeah, you
Hey,
guys
we
need
still
to.
do
Dak's
this,
a t-
man.
Dak's a top
Anywhere
8
you go, you're going to see a Cowboy jersey.
Dak's a top
Like
8
it or love
quarterback,
it.
whether
Like it
people
or
like
love
to
it.
hear it or not.
Yep. Like it or
Awesome.
love it.
Awesome. Well, episode 5, week 8 slate in the books. Happy for it all. Happy Halloween to everyone out there as
Yeah,
well.
happy
This is our Halloween edition.
Trick or treat.
Yeah, trick or treat.
Yep.
Hopefully you get some treats with these plays moving into this week.
Mhm.
And as we like to say, a salute to all you viewers and listeners, and happy betting.